Welcome, listener. If you've ever smiled through applause while quietly bracing for the moment they'd see through you, if success has ever felt like a costume and your confidence more like choreography than truth, then this story was written for the part of you that's tired of performing. Because today, we're not chasing perfection. We're remembering presence. We're peeling back the mask, not to expose you, but to restore you. So take a deep breath, and as you exhale, subscribe to this channel because every week we offer stories like this. Stories that speak to the quiet ache behind the high achievement and gently remind you, you were never an imposter. You were always enough. You just forgot how to see it. The Imposter Illusion, Rewiring How You See Yourself. A hypnotic story about self-perception, imposter syndrome, and seeing yourself beyond the mask. Her name was Arden, and for most of her life, she had learned how to appear. Appearing confident, appearing capable, appearing calm. She had the voice, the smile, the carefully chosen words. She was excellent at seeming. But at night, when the meetings were over, when the makeup was off, when even her thoughts grew quiet, there was a small voice inside her that whispered, "They'll figure it out. You're not really enough. You're just faking it better than most." It didn't matter that she had degrees, that she got applause, that people looked up to her. She couldn't feel it, not fully, because every success felt like a borrowed coat, one she was afraid would slip off and reveal her naked truth underneath. "Imposter," the voice said. And though she knew it wasn't true, she had no evidence strong enough to silence it. Until one afternoon, she found the shop. It was tucked between two buildings, the kind of place that doesn't appear until you're ready to notice it. No sign, just a door, and in the window, a single item, a mirror. But not just any mirror. This one shimmered strangely, as if it didn't reflect light, but something deeper. She entered. The shop was empty, except for the mirror, and a small wooden sign that read, "The mirror that refuses to lie." Arden approached slowly, expecting to see herself, but the glass stayed blank, silver, silent. Then a flicker. Not her face, but an image. She saw herself as a child, in a bright blue dress, dancing barefoot in the rain, laughing like the sky had told her a secret. Then, a moment in college, crying in the library stairwell, holding a rejection letter she had never spoke about. Then, the night she stayed up to help her friend through a panic attack. The day she got a promotion but told no one. The hour she almost gave up and didn't. The mirror didn't show her how she looked. It showed her who she was. It showed her the strength she dismissed because it didn't look like power. It showed her the fear she carried and kept walking with anyway. It showed her all the times she had been real, even when no one was watching. Her chest tightened. Her eyes burned. She didn't know if she was crying because she hurt or because she remembered. A voice echoed gently in the room, not from a speaker, not from a person, but from the mirror itself. It said, "You're not a fraud. you are a flame. You are not pretending. You are protecting. And you are allowed to stop. Arden sank to her knees. She didn't feel ashamed. She didn't feel small. She felt seen. Not for the version she created, but for the version she'd been beneath it all. The one who tried, the one who showed up, the one who was always real, even when she doubted it. When she left the shop, the mirror stayed behind. It always did. Because it wasn't the glass that changed her. It was what she remembered when she finally looked without needing to perform. And from that day forward, she practiced something new. She spoke more honestly. She celebrated without apology. She asked for help. She let herself shine awkwardly, boldly, beautifully. And when the old version returned, the one that carried her imposter, she smiled softly and said, "No, I remember now. I'm not a reflection. I'm a presence." Because some mirrors don't show your face. They show your essence. And some truths are not seen with the eyes, but felt with the soul that finally knows it no longer needs to prove what it's always been. Hypnotic Induction. Before we begin, take a slow, forgiving breath. There's nothing to prove right now. No image to hold together. No performance to maintain. Let this be your soft place to land. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw loosen. Let your thoughts settle like snowflakes falling through still water. And now, as you rest here, you may begin to notice how often you try to appear strong, capable, confident, even when you're tired, even when you're unsure, even when the voice in your mind whispers, "They'll find out. You're not enough. You're just good at seeming." That voice has been with you for a long time. But tonight, it doesn't get to lead. Not here. With your next breath, imagine standing in front of a mirror. But not the kind that reflects your face. No, this mirror is different. It doesn't show you as others see you. It shows you as you are. As you look into it, you don't see flaws. You don't see failure. You see flickers, moments of quiet courage, the resilience behind your eyes, the kindness you offered when no one noticed, the wisdom you carry that didn't come from books. You may even feel something warm in your chest. Not pride exactly, but presence. A deep, gentle knowing you were never faking it. You were always carrying more than they knew. So now, as the story settles in, Let it speak to the part of you that's tired of pretending. The part of you that's ready to be seen, not for how well you perform, but for how honestly you live. Let the mirror open. Let the truth rise. And let your essence finally step forward. So here are the key meanings of the story. Number 1, imposter syndrome is a mismatch between inner truth and outer image. Arden feels like a fraud, not because she lacks value, but because she's been performing a version of herself she doesn't feel connected to. The story reveals that imposter syndrome often arises when we can't emotionally receive our own success. Psychological lens. Imposter syndrome is less about lack of competence and more about blocked integration of self-worth. Number 2, authenticity is found beneath the performance. The mirror doesn't reflect the appearance. It reflects her essence, her memories, her grief, her persistence, her unseen bravery. It offers the deepest truth. You are not who others think you are. You are who you are when no one is looking. Healing message. You don't need to become anything. You need to remember who you already are. Number 3, self-validation begins with honest witnessing. The moment Arden comes in front of the mirror is not about achievement. It's about surrender. It's her choosing to finally see herself without a filter, without proof, without apology. That act alone begins the transformation. Inner shift. Healing self-worth doesn't require external affirmation. It begins with internal recognition. Number 4, perfectionism hides our humanity, not our flaws. Throughout her life, Arden's polished exterior protected her from judgment, but it also kept her from intimacy. The story shows that confidence isn't built by never cracking. It's built by knowing that even when you do, you're still worthy. Truth. What makes you real is what makes you powerful, not your polish, but your presence. And number 5, you are not a reflection. You are a presence. The story's final message is a deep reframe. We are not what we appear to be. We are what we consistently live. Arden's journey from self-doubt to self-recognition is a return to essence, not ego. Empowerment insight. You are not a reflection of expectations. You are the accumulation of every brave thing you've ever done quietly. And so, as the mirror fades and the noise of the world begins to rise again, you might carry something different with you now. Not a new version of yourself, but a deeper remembrance of what's always been true beneath the mask. You are not the performance. You are not the perfection. You are the presence. And when that old voice whispers again, the one that questions your worth, your belonging, your right to shine, you can simply close your eyes and remember, you are not a reflection. You are the light itself. If this story stirred something in you, if you'd like more stories that feel like soul mirrors, subscribe to this channel. And if you're ever ready for a personalized hypnotic story written just for your journey, email me at rhondashypnoticstories@gmail.com. And that's a Rhonda without an H. So take a breath and trust the truth that no longer needs proving. Until next time, be well.